Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. We're here live today. I hope you can see us and hear us okay. Um, and I am so happy to have Kelly, calihealer, here today, and Annie Bear, Seven Feather. So, and my name's Terry, withholding your space. Not withholding, but holding your space. I say that sometimes. I'm like, that does not sound good, girl. So, welcome everybody, and we are just giggling because we're backstage talking about what's going on in our lives, and we've all got a very similar thing happening, and I feel like a lot of people on the planet have that, where they're kind of not doubting ourselves, wondering, and we were talking about this, like, why am I here? What am I doing? And that's a beautiful soul question. I mean, that's one of the most important soul questions, right? Like, what am I doing? Anyway, so I guess that's a good question for everybody. But well, I'll just say hi to a few people. Woo Woo Wonderment is here. Hello, Callie.
Hey, Callie.
Teresa Ford is going to be around. She may not see the whole thing. Okay. It looks like. So hello, Teresa. Richie's free. Hey, Richie, how you doing? Christina's here. Anyway, so welcome everybody. Hey, Gerald, Tarot Stash. Hello, handsome. Rossi's here.
Rossi.
Yeah. And Rossi, Gerald, we need to talk, my friend.
Julie Rossi is going to do Reiki on me. Rossi is. She offered. Isn't that kind?
Beautiful.
It's so beautiful. I'm looking forward to that. It's part of her final exam or something.
Wow.
Nice.
Yay, Rossi.
That is so incredible, Rossi. I love that you're doing that. I feel like everybody's coming into their gifts. We were talking about that. And I think when we start really coming into our gifts is when we do question ourselves like this, don't you?
Absolutely.
I do. And ironically, I think it's interesting that, we're all just kind of questioning where we are in life and what we're doing. And our topic is planetary themes on, how we are holding space here individually and on a collective. So it really kind of ties in with how everybody's feeling too.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Oh, what were you going to say, Annie? I'm sorry, honey.
No, I was just agreeing. Yes, I was looking forward to the different ways that that Kelly found. I was looking forward to hearing about that.
Yeah. Definitely looking forward to that.
I know yesterday at the gathering, when you were talking about when you come into your gifts and they start coming in more, and I'm kind of stumbling over mine now and then. But I had a moment of like, if this starts to sound religious at all, man, I'm out of here. If I hear a whisper of it, I'm out of here. And it's funny how deeply that's ingrained. And I had an idea of, I'm going to hold my son while he holds his child. And I'm going to just allow love and healing, love and healing, love and healing. So much to my surprise, it was, you want a sense of belonging. That's what you're missing. That's what your son's missing. And I thought, in this beautiful and very kind and loving community, a lot of us, I think, feel that. Where is our sense of belonging?
Yeah.
And I think that's something that we as channel holders can provide.
Big time. I agree. It's a safe place for everybody to be who they are, and just a place to open up and to express themselves however they need to. I mean, we have an open platform where they can come in and just be who they are, and like you said, and just to know that they belong.
Yes.
Community is so important.
When there's parameters of it's safe and it's positive, which doesn't mean unicorn and butterflies, but it does mean working towards a common good, looking for our highest good, looking for the highest good in ourselves and everybody else.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm reading this book called No Bad Parts. And probably, I think I wrote it down in my notebook. I think it was April 8th or something. I was outside and it knocked me back because I thought, oh man, what if we have to do this on a global scale? What if we have to heal all these parts if there are truly no bad parts and they only got created under duress and under pressure and need to be called back home and to release what they've been stuck with and to say, okay, let's give that up to fire or water or wind or earth or light. And it knocked me back to think, what if we have to do that on a global scale? How long am I going to be here?
That sounds tiring.
It kind of freaked me out.
It sounds, the word that keeps coming in is infinite. Like there's infinite potential, but there's also a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
So,
Because
Tyler.
there is no one's forgotten. No one is left behind. There is no waste in the universe. Energy is neutral. When I try to release something, if I don't know, like the pain in my neck, I try to release it because I know the energy of it's neutral. I'm holding it a certain way that's hurting me. But the energy itself isn't hurting me.
Right.
So I'm trying to think of new ways to approach these bigger issues.
Yeah. Richie says,
Richie.
how far back would we be in our personal growth if we didn't have a safe place like this to be vulnerable?
Right.
Yeah.
Amen. I mean, I'm sorry, amen, but I swear
Yeah.
it won't be too.
For sure.
But it's
Good.
like, it's so true, Richie. It's so true. Community is like one of the things, right? When you look at the blue zones and those people that live such a healthy, long life, and community is always one of the foundations, I think, that they have that.
I was actually quite wary when I first started on YouTube. I first started visiting Terry's channel. Terry was where it all began for me. Thank goodness. And it was a safe and beautiful place and still is. But I think in 2020, I survived a near almost died kind of health crisis. During 2020, we went through a pandemic. There was a lot of good things that were that came up in me and in my life and around me and in the world. But there was also a lot of bad. There was 45. They were all his supporters. I had them run up on me on while I was walking and just run up and try to scare me. And that's very frightening. When I see white trucks with flags, I try to just go neutral. Let my energy go neutral. It's not safe to be in America if you're not white. It's not safe. So if you've grown up that way, and that's in your DNA, and that's in your history, that talks to you a lot louder than the flowers and butterflies, because it's real. So you're like, it feels real brave. And you're like, there's many good people that don't want anyone to feel bad, and I'm one of them. So, yeah, there's tons and tons of good people, but there were a lot of triggers during that time. And I was nervous about the New Age stuff because a lot of it sounded like Christendom dressed in new clothes. And I was very wary of that as well. Because I'd been in the New Age. I started in the New Age way back 40 years ago. Parts of it I liked and parts of it I was like, I don't know. So I'm not new to this. But coming here now has been the best gift of my life. Continues to be such a blessing that I want to share. I want to encourage other people who are clumsy like me, shy, that you do have something to say and you do have something to give.
Yes.
Just by being who you are. You're here on purpose. It's no accidents here. So I would say that because I have a special place in my heart for people who think they don't belong. So that's kind of why I'm here. sorry. Oh, goodness.
Thank you so much for sharing that, Annie Bear.
I love you.
Yeah,
Such a good community.
I acknowledge your strength. And I feel honored that you're here.
Me too.
I really
Love
do.
you.
Yeah, we love you.
We love you.
Love you too. So
Yeah,
much.
Love you.
such a beautiful soul. And what you have to share needs to be heard and seen, because you're not just a poet, you're an artist and a way shower. So,
Thank you. Sometimes I think I picked being a Native American and Irish, which makes me cry a lot. It's not always such a good thing. It means I can laugh and cry. But there's an intensity to that that's a little bit exhausting. So I am so happy to be in this community and to meet all of us together. All of us together are almost like a normal person.
there's
We
I
need
don't
each
want
other.
we don't want to be normal, girl. Everybody is just commenting. We hear you, Annie. Kaylee says.
Oh, thank you.
Linda
Sweetheart.
says, it's nice not to be afraid to be.
Yeah.
Gerald says, you have a beautiful heart, Annie.
Oh, thank you.
Group hugs. Yeah.
The group
me
hugs.
too.
The group hugs.
Yeah. Richie
Well, I'm
says,
attending to my tribe. There's on the 8th, I believe, we're doing a gathering for the murdered and missing. And there's 142 missing in my state right now. So, like do you guys sign up for those Amber Alerts? I always sign up for those. I always have my whole life because I was kidnapped as a child. So for entertainment purposes only. So whenever I hear that, I stop whatever I'm doing and pray right now for that child right now. Make a difference. And we all can do that. These owies we've been hiding, when we own them and we heal them with love, they turn into these shields so that when we need to pray for someone, I have the space clear.
Yes.
To pray for this. I did my work. That means my prayer can be more powerful, more full of light. And that's the whole point. We didn't come down here to get banged around for no reason.
Right?
Yeah, we came down here to say, oh, you're not forgotten. Nobody's forgotten here, man. I can rock and roll that energy. I can bring that home. I can heal that through my heart. That kind of thing.
That's beautiful, Annie. And the same when I sign up for Amber Alerts, and when I get one, I automatically, I pay attention to what it is and I pray. And the same goes like, and we do live in town, I'm not going to say the town I live in, but here in California. And so there's often quite a lot of medical, you hear ambulances and fire trucks, and I always, and it doesn't have to be long, but I just put out, a little prayer to whoever in need. Yep.
Or people speeding, don't hurt yourself or anyone else. You don't have the right to hurt yourself or anyone else. Yeah. I think the world's going to be taken over by little old women walking around praying all the time, walking their dogs.
Right.
well, the kids don't mind. Like, they're totally into it. If you notice that, the kids like our energy. We can be as woo-woo as we want, right? Woo-woo wonderment.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Everybody's so supportive of you, Annie, here. So
thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, love and many blessings, Fatima says. Hey, Wolf Girl. Hey, Dolly. Yeah. Missing an American Native girls is a very huge problem, right? Native American. Yeah. I just wanted to say, Richie had something really good to say, and now I can't find it, Richie, but I know you'll say something else really good. So
always does. Always. It is a huge problem.
Yeah. We have a lot of sirens here, and everyone's
Oops, you froze.
It's a bad corner there. Oh, I did?
You're back.
Just for a little bit. Yep.
Just for a sec. Yeah, you're back.
Oh, sorry, you guys. I'm hooked into the modem, but something's funny. Something funny is happening.
It's all good.
You okay now? You okay now?
Okay. Yeah.
Good.
Anyway, you guys talk.
You talk, Kelly.
Well, we were gonna like briefly, hit on some of the planetary workers that everybody here I know is doing their part here on the planet, and and sometimes it's just there's titles, like light workers. I mean, obviously it's a title, but you could be a light worker or a frequency worker, and you're here just and you're spreading love, through kindness and support and community but however, for us like workers, it's really important to self-care. And there's grid workers, and I don't know if you want to hit on that, Annie or Terry.
No, you please. I want to hear about this because I see some of you in dream just a little bit. I'll hear some of you, like Kelly helps me energetically sometimes. Last night I heard Diana speak on my behalf. Please. Yeah, it's incredible.
Isn't it amazing? And I think when we're such a close-knit community, and whenever somebody's in need, I do think that we are going out in our dreams and night dreams, daydreams, and helping energetically, whoever is in need. However, I do think we do that in our communities too, in the ley lines. If they're, if the state or town we're in has got any ley lines, I do think that our energy is helped. Our energy, I think, helps stabilize the ley lines.
Yes.
And even like the ancient sites. I mean, I think if a person lives there, if you're called to, it's energetically for a reason. And I don't know if grid workers, I do think partially too, they help regulate the weather. And so if you
do that.
I that's why I was called here to California, was to help regulate, because we were like in a severe drought when we moved here. And I think it seems like whatever community I'm drawn to, things,
flourish.
Well, and it sounds like it's so egotistical, but but it just seems like things happen. And so, I mean, I think we all, no matter where we're living, we are contributing, whether we feel like we are, or, we have signs that we are. I really think we're all contributing to our town, our state, the planet, on wherever we're living. But yeah, that's grid workers, but there's so many more. I mean, there's even like timeline workers, where you can really, they always say that there is no time, and that we can really change time. And and I think some of us are really good at it, and some of it are still kind of like dabbling in it. And I know the last couple of days, like I think it was yesterday, and even today a little bit, it's like it seemed like time was so slow. And then there's times where all of a sudden it's like you've jumped a week, you've jumped some days. But I think some of us are working on it, and I think some of us can really manipulate time to our advantage too.
I'm aware of it in chats there for a while. Remember where I'd be in a chat and I'd be like, I was here 2 days ago. We did this 2 days ago. We must be time jumping. We're timeline. I haven't noticed that as much. When it happens, it'll happen a whole bunch of days in a row. And then I can forget completely about it, because most of the time I don't think I'm doing anything. But when I'm walking with Mother, sometimes I can feel, if I heal something in myself, I swear to you, I can see that I'm healing a timeline. I can see that I'm healing ancestors. And sometimes
Yes.
what comes up, like what came up last night, was like, let go of this. This you got from your ancestors. It's slippery and amorphous, and it's not helping you. I said, okay.
Yeah.
So what I thought I would let go of wasn't what I ended up letting go. I was crying. I sobbed the entire time. I talked to my hubby, Paul. And I said, well, I'm a big old dud. I said, it was great and wonderful and beautiful. And I bawled the whole time. And I'm still processing. And I think, you know what, Paul? I think I need to let go of all my self-judgments. And he's like, yes! He's like, that's the best thing you've ever said. So sometimes, like, he does stuff and, you know, he's happy for me, but he's not really into what I'm doing. And then out of the blue, he'll say something like that. You know, like, I don't get it. I don't get it. He'll say something really wise, like, yes, I'm here to help you ascend. Okay, why are you so annoying?
I think our partners sometimes just don't get it, you know.
No.
Yeah.
It's funny though, but then they say brilliant things that you're like, holy crap, no wonder I picked you.
Yeah.
Right?
You know, it's surprising how sometimes people have such a high vibration or they really get it, but they never talk about it, you know, and they'll say something brilliant like that.
Yeah, that's so
Yeah.
Midwest.
Yes.
That is so Midwest. You know, the middle of the country is full of tall, gorgeous people, blonde-haired people who have these excellent work ethics. They know how the value of a dollar. They, you know, they're Boy Scouts. He's just like a Boy Scout of the universe.
Yeah. I'm just honored to be here with both of you because I'm hearing all of this beautiful information and wisdom coming out. And I just want to cry. And I don't want to be a sob story, but it is so beautiful, you guys. And I'm so happy that you're here. And that goes for all of you here too. In the chat. It's just an honor to be here with everybody. And where would we be, right? If we didn't have this, I'm sure we'd find something, but this certainly is convenient and it's at our disposal. And there was a reason that we all came here.
There, definitely. Because, you know, recently I was like, I don't even know if I should be on YouTube. I don't know where else I'd go. But am I even supposed to be doing this? You know, what is, because here's, you know, I'll write, sometimes I have to work through 5 different personal issues before I share a poem because I have to get there first.
Yeah.
So I can't just make it up. I have to actually heal and then share. And so I'll do that. And then I took a video of 30 seconds of like a stream and it got 500 views. You know, when I was looking at it, I'm like, but the really hard work I did got 30 views, you know, so I was trying to wonder like, okay, I'm not doing it for that reason, but it's fun to watch. And then you're like, well, am I even supposed to be? I'm not going to be a Debbie or a Kevin or a Linda G, or I don't even want to be a big giant person. You know, I want to have friends. I want to make a difference. I want to, you know, to make something better.
And you are.
Oh, you are.
Well, we all do that. But I wonder, I looked in other communities and I thought, I like this one. I've met treasured, beautiful friends here, like yourselves. Terry, you created a safe place on YouTube, and you're the reason I even came on here at all to begin with. Visiting it, much less coming on and talking with you, you know, that was because you created a safe space.
Same.
You make a difference.
Terry.
Yeah, you make a difference.
I'm beyond grateful.
Yeah, even the introverts are here, Terry.
Yeah.
You did that.
Yeah. Gerald says, we just need you to be the most authentic Annie Berry you can be. And Dolly says, I can do a heartfelt video from my soul and get 4 views, but I put up a squirrel video and I get thousands of views.
Yes. Yes. And, you know, squirrels are fun, but holy cow.
Yeah. Everybody's in love with you. Of course they are. Why wouldn't they be? Right? Yeah. But being our authentic selves isn't easy in the world. We were talking about that backstage too, that coming in here, I feel like so many of us came in from another dimension, and it's not a comfortable place to be always on this planet, is it? The
No.
density, the gravity, the light, the polarity, and the limited belief systems.
Yeah.
It's not easy when you come from light, and to come in here and then find your tribe, your group, your
Miracle.
community. Yeah. Yeah.
It really is like a miracle.
It's like hitting the lottery. I mean, it really is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, JJ. Hi, honey.
Hi, JJ.
Yeah.
Hi, JJ.
Woo Woo says, I always joke with my teacher, I want a refund. I'm over this, but you'll make it better. We make it better.
Well, yesterday, down in the morning, and we put on, healthy lotion and a little blush and put on some eyebrows so I don't frighten small children. And then I'm up for half an hour, waking up at 4:18. And then I'm hit with a wave of something and I'm bawling. And I'm like, yesterday, I'm like, okay, team, I'm not here to just cry, So back off of that part for a little bit. And it takes a long time for me to say that, to get to that point where I'm like, okay, time out.
Right.
Enough of the heavy duty emotions for today.
Yeah.
And I do lighthearted things and look for beauty in my pictures. And I purposefully, plan healthy meals and things that support where I want to go, so, but it's still trying. I wanted to say something, but I don't know where to say it. So I'm just going to say it here.
Please.
There's I'll say it briefly. As a Native American, you're very, very fortunate if you get to have names. Like my first name was Little Running Deer. And she was best friends with Fox. And she knew how to run, and she had good reason to run, and she was really good at it. And Fox helped her disappear. I would say, from a young age, from 7 to 13, I ran away all the time. Next name was Aunt Seven Feathers, and she wanted to be a shaman, and she was a warrior. And the only thing she fought was, she learned a lot about energy. She learned a lot about boundaries. And she went around saying, you're not honoring my boundaries, blah, 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 blah. And good teachers said, you honor your boundaries. That's the only person who can. When you honor your boundaries, all will fall in place. And I think it's kind of that way as we grow now. When we say my parameters are love and light, my parameters are to be giving and to be truthful and to share hope. Those are my parameters. So those are how you make your boundaries. I am here to be in service of highest good. That is how you make your boundary. I am available for uplifting activities. And it's so important before going forward is to make boundaries, to make healthy boundaries that support and protect you. Yes. And my third name is Annie Bear Seven Feathers. I am a hollow bone of the bird tribes. I am a parent energy of Gaia. I am here to serve highest good. Because the first people who were on this earth were star people, and I am one of them. We brought crystals, we brought plants, we brought medicines, and I did not incarnate until after Lemuria fell. And I'm not going anywhere. I am here to serve. So thank you for letting me share that with you today. And take it with you and let it help you make healthy boundaries and treasure yourselves. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all. Mic drop. I guess it's the end of the show, everybody.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
No, we're so honored that you
I am a weeping mess.
said that. No, I am too. I'm crying, my eyes are red.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. JJ says, little running deer fox, Annie bear 7 feathers, feather hollow bone of the bird tribes. Beautiful. Oh, KK, part of the 7 sisters. I'm here with you, Annie Bear.
Oh, thank you.
Beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, Richie, end of
Please.
transmission.
Oh,
I love that. Yeah.
thank you. Thank you. I think
Yeah.
many of us will begin to remember more of our lineages. Please don't be afraid to say so. Please don't be afraid to say, I saw, I heard, I dreamed. You know, as long as you are grounded, you're in 100% divine light, let's do it. That's why we're here. Every time we uncover a little piece, we become more whole. And it helps everybody.
We do, don't we? Yeah. Yeah.
We're
And it
here
helps
to help
heal
each
that
other.
self-doubt.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Yeah. If I let go of my self-doubt, I'd probably float. You know?
Right.
Don't you think
Some
you probably
days.
do, though, in some dimension? And when we go to sleep, we're all floating.
Yes.
Um,
I'm sure you're right. We're probably all hanging out together.
and there are times when we're meditating and I have to open my eyes for a minute because I'm like, am I at the ceiling yet? Or, where did
Yeah.
we go?
You
Yeah.
do some high octane meditating, don't you? You do. You and
Well.
Diana Bowles. Diana starts the day out like that. Wow.
Yeah.
I admire it very much. Very much.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Sally says, ever see that movie Up, Annie Bear?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that movie.
Yeah.
That was a fantastic movie.
Yeah. Lots of healing.
Yeah.
Oh, Woo Woo says, I always joke I'm a balloon. Yeah. I feel like we're definitely finding out who we are and why we're here. And I feel like it took me a while, like we probably knew for a time when we were younger. And then we kind of got it either beat out of us or traumatized out of us somehow.
Yeah.
And we're coming back into it. We've that woke us up though. That trauma, that healing space. And then we all found each other. So the community.
Yeah.
The new ones coming in right now are coming in hot.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I love these young women because they have confidence.
Yeah.
And women like myself are not oozing confidence at all. But I admire the young women who are. I admire it. Go.
Yeah.
I admire it very much. Because they're not running over anybody. They're just being themselves, Yeah. Bravo. We've had to work a really long time to stick our toe in the door of being ourselves. So, bravo. Go for it.
Yeah.
So what else do you see planetary? Do you see us working together, planetary ladies?
I do. I do. And just to kind of lead off of what you just said, I think like the babies that are coming into this world right now and have been for, a few years are really paving the way for like the new world of just more peace and love, just really, really taking care of one another and not to get, but almost like a heaven on earth type planet. I see these babies and they can be called like blueprint workers or whatnot, but it's re-blueprinting the planet on.
Yeah, we need that. It's so out of balance right now that it would that makes sense.
Yeah.
It would require extreme to get it into balance. What else do you see?
What else? Well, like the way shores, the way shores, but I also got the way shores are kind of almost like ascension guides too, that we're just here, just assisting and helping and lending our hands to help people ascend, and just lighting the way, to ascend from the 3D the 5D, and just kind of, helping expand consciousness, individually where we can. And, and the thing of it is when we help one person, it helps the whole entire, planet. And so, yeah, I got like wayshores are kind of the same as ascension guides. And then transmuters, I got that. And I think all of us kind of are this too, are alchemists, that we transmute dis I don't even like using the word, but like hate into love, and negative energy into positive, and diffuse challenging situations, and escalating, having the ability to transmute anything that's going to maybe escalate, to diffuse it. But I got that it's really important that if you feel like you are like a transmuter, that you are an alchemist, that you're doing a lot of this work here on the planet, it's really, really important to protect your energy and clear your energy, because so much of it is the negative aspect, because you're transmuting the negative into the positive, so you're being faced with that all the time. So that's really important to to clear your energy really good and protect your energy, if you feel like this is a part of why you're here on the planet. And then I got manifestors, that I think we all do manifesting to some degree, but I think there's some people that really, really, really just really know how to manifest. And then healers, that people, if you feel like you're called to restore mental health, physical health, spiritual health, mental health, and bring it into balance. And if you feel like you're called to do like healing energy, Reiki, sound healing, and all of that, chances are you're a healer. And so those are just some of the ones that I jotted down.
Wow, a lot to explore.
Yeah,
I like that. There must be one for every. I bet you there's like whatever. Is it like that? Maybe Terry knows. If you got 5 senses, is there 5 gifts? Can the hearing be these 5 gifts, or the sight can be these? Like that.
Yeah,
I wonder if we can make a map.
Well, I feel like there are the 5 senses, and then there's the 5 subtle senses, but there's also the knowing, and then there's also witnessing awareness, and so that's like, and that knowing is part of remembering, right?
yes.
Like a lot of us, we could call ourselves the rememberers, because that's what we're doing. And that's, I think, what a lot of the kids are doing here. They're like, somebody that's been reading cards for 20 years or 40 years. And all of a sudden, a kid picks up a deck and they just remember it, because their veil's a little bit thinner. And we all have all these gifts on the other side of this veil.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we were born here with these limited beliefs that we didn't have them, but they haven't. I don't know if their veil's thinner. It feels like it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah, like DNA just doesn't have that piece that we have. They just don't be encumbered with it.
Right, and their brains don't work that way, do they? And their bodies don't work that way. Some of them,
right?
Yeah.
Well, that witnessing awareness you were talking about. And the other thing, when you said about Kelly, about protecting yourself if you're a transmuter, that's big, because when I signed up for the gathering last night, things started happening right away. The next day, as soon as I signed up for it, boom, I got gifts, I got more awareness. I'm like, oh geez, and then I'm walking and I'm getting tested. I'm like, negative thought come in, and I'm not thinking negative things, but some scary thought come in. So I'd stop and stomp and go, I am light. I have nothing to fear. I will transmute your ass. That bad, scary, awful thing is not going to be happening. Not on my watch. I will transmute it. And I don't want to make that sound like false ego, but it's like when you, like if you're, picture like a granddaughter 3 generations down from you, are you going to let anything stand in her way? No. You know? So it's that kind of love, that kind of fierceness, that kind of strength. So when you were saying that, I'm like, I need to pay attention. Then when Terry talks about witnessing awareness, are you having moments like, see if you're having moments, our wonderful viewers, if you're having moments with yourself where you are aware of which part of yourself is feeling threatened, which part of yourself knows better, which part of yourself wants to give you counsel. There's a witnessing awareness I'm starting to become aware of where it's parts of myself. Mm-hmm. And I think we all have them. That's because like our guides and angels, I think they're actually part of ourself. I don't think they're separate from us. I think they're us.
We're all one.
I don't go quite that far. I don't want to be one with everybody I've ever met.
It is a really bizarre
with Creator, yeah.
Yeah, it is a bizarre way to think because we have a different spirit DNA and we're different aspects.
Okay.
But
Teresa explains this so good. She says like the elbow doesn't worry about what the eyelashes are doing.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
We're
right.
all connected.
Okay, I'm with you. Sorry, yeah. I always spaz a little.
That's a better way to put it. Connected is a much better way to put it. And it's like saying we are all one is like explaining quantum physics, right? It's like, oh, come on, don't give me the metaverse because I'm going to be out there in that light and I'm going to fly away, honey. But it's, we are all connected.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think sometimes when you were talking about the blueprint workers or whatnot, that sometimes just shining our light wherever you are is the biggest gift you can give the world. Yes. Like just acknowledging your light. And it doesn't mean that you have to have a channel or you have to.
No, heavens no.
Yeah, you can just sit in your room and shine your light and you change that part of the country, change that part of the world, and change the energy that people feel. Yeah.
I think there's a line that I wrote that keeps sticking with me. It's called "Only Love Can Find Me." So let's say if we were part of a crystalline energy and we were part of Gaia and in our agreement with her, we brought that in with us. And we said, don't you be safe, you be fine, because only love can find me.
Wow.
Yeah. Find that part. That part will open your heart to your way home. You know, that's your way home. So I think that part, this only love can find that part. So you don't need to be afraid at all. Not at all.
Yeah. It's so true. I find and I like what you had to say about the boundaries earlier too, like of protection, because there are some demons that you can which are guardians. You might think they're a demon, but they're a guardian. Say they're guarding a portal or they're guarding a different dimension. And when you show them love and an open heart, you're allowed entry or you're knowing, perhaps you're allowed that wisdom, that download. And then there are other times that you don't want to open anything up, right? You're like, boundaries, hello.
Yep. Still shields. But yeah, the magic of deer medicine, deer medicine can walk up a mountain and see a scary monster and will say, I'm on my way to see Creator. I'm on my way to see Great Spirit. And the monster just melts.
Yeah. And that's how Durga Ma took care of the monsters of the universe with love.
Oh. Who's Durga Ma?
Durga Ma is the mother of the universe in the Vedas.
Holy schmoly.
Yeah, she's tough.
She's a big deal. Durga,
Yeah. I'd say Durga's got your number, so I'm sure you're tuned
heck
in.
yeah. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
How's everybody feeling in chat? What are they saying?
Sonia's saying like pieces of a beautiful tapestry of the whole of all. That's a great way to say that, Sonia. Thank you.
That's beautiful.
Dolly Bliff Girl says, I had this vision once where I saw a thing that looked like a sea urchin. Each tentacle was a person, but all were connected at the core. That's so beautiful. Yeah. Woo Woo says we each have our own little jobs and tasks. Yeah. Integral part of the full system. Yeah.
I'm kind of wondering, people are curious about if the star beings are going to come. I think they're already here, but because like we're here, but I think they're going to come out of the water. I think it won't be from space. I think it's going to be from the oceans.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be from the water. You too? Yeah. I think it's going to be from the waters. Did you watch that movie Abyss? Did it blow your mind when it came out 1 billion years ago?
It sounds familiar, but I don't know if I watched it.
I don't know if I did either.
You got to watch it because there's beings that use water, that use form of water to communicate.
I think they're definitely in the Arctic Circle.
And Cameron, the guy who made the movie, he only made the movie so he could stop dreaming it. A lot of his movies, James Cameron, a lot of his movies he only made so they'd stop dreaming it.
Didn't he do also the who are the people with the tails?
Avatar.
Yes.
They reminded me so much of indigenous people the world over. That was tough.
Me too.
I love that movie.
That was just amazing. Yeah, I get tingles just thinking about that one.
People are curious about things, and people are curious about how to find how to make your boundary. You need to make a friend with animal. If you don't already, maybe you already have animal friends. But you might want to look at animal friends that live where you live. And just ask them to send you some clues of who you see next. And then do some research on what that animal does. And come over here to Terry's place and talk about it. And I would really recommend this book. It's called Medicine Cards by Jamie Sams. This is the one I've had for decades. And Medicine Cards by Jamie Sams. It's really, really good to help to understand what the animals are telling you, what they're trying to talk to you about.
I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah.
How's your duck, by the way? How's Mama Duck and her beautiful babies?
It just I get sad because she comes here, she nests, she gave we had 11 little ducklings swimming around in here, but she was ready to go, and so and we're all gated in, and so it was it was time to open the gate and say goodbye, and it's like there's a wash just like a block down, so I'm sure they were going to the wash to follow the water to water down because she comes every year, and this is it's the same thing.
You're her safe place. Everybody send a hug to Kelly. That must have been really tough.
This year it was a little bit. Last year I cried. I'm just like because she's my mama duck that I go out and visit every night, and I bring her dinner,
bring her
and
peas and stuff. Every night.
Those ducklings, that energy, it's just contagious. Watching them, the excitement that they're their little bodies, and they're swimming across the pool like we're super, super fast. And then, they get out of the pool and jump in. And it's just like, there's a lot to learn from
exuberance.
Just, that innocence and that childlike,
joy
behavior is just,
I told my husband, I said, I don't have a lot of gifts, but what I make up for, I have exuberance coming out the ears. And I think a lot of us do, and that's fun. That's a good place to start.
Yeah.
Penny Bear, I see you having so many gifts. That's so funny you say that.
Yeah. I think I have exuberance most of all.
That's
But
an excellent gift, though. Yeah.
thank you for sharing all those videos, Kelly. I loved watching those babies and your
Oh,
waterfall videos. That
oh,
one super tall one you did.
oh, that was
That
the one
one
in Soul
grippy.
Bang. That one was like really, and it had just rained too, and so it was the energy coming off of it was so powerful. Yeah, I just, water. I love water.
Yeah. I thought I saw angel light in it. Did
Yeah.
there angel light in it?
Uh-huh.
Like
Yep.
green
Yep.
and iridescent light?
Yeah, I saw, and I have some more videos I should share. I don't want to be one of those people that are just like,
oh, please be one of those
here's
people.
my vehicle. Here's my video. Here's my video, and
We
so
want to see them.
I try to do it just like I'm not like like, oh God, there she goes again,
Well, what angels are those iridescent colors? Who's that when we see them out in the world? Who should we think of? The iridescent ones?
She is
sorry.
Oh my gosh, what's her
name?
name?
I'm so sorry. But you're the one who knows this stuff. I gotta ask you when I can.
Is it Raphael? I don't know. Are you thinking of an archangel or are you thinking of a dimension?
I'm thinking of an archangel, and I want to say her name starts with a I.
Oh, yeah.
I know these ones. I know Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, Ariel, Celophael. Might be saying that wrong. Raguel, Baracho, and Metatron. But none of those start with an I. There's probably
you know what? And don't quote me because I'm not exactly 100% sure, but I'm wondering if maybe it's not Ariel.
Oh, okay. She's an Earth one.
Possibly.
Has something to do with water, though, too, because that rainbow, that iridescent would only come in from the rainbow light.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
And I think we're getting inundated with rainbow light.
Yeah.
A lot of rainbow light coming in. Yeah.
Because I wonder if other people are seeing that, too, in the chat. I wonder if a lot of people who come later maybe are noticing a lot more iridescent spirits about. I mean, it could be some is elemental because it's spring. But there's something special going on. Don't quite know what it is.
There's new light coming in because we've gotten the blue light, we've gotten the pink light, we've gotten the diamond light, and I think that has created not just that's created it, but that there's this other dimension coming in. Yeah, woo-woo wonderment. You see rainbow clouds sometimes, right?
Yeah. I see rainbows around the sun.
Yeah.
I've been taking pictures. There's rainbows.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
Yeah. It's turning into like a full spectrum universe kind of thing, this universal light that's coming in. But I think it's always been there. I think we're just becoming aware of it.
I do too. I would believe that.
Yeah. And it's Imelda says Ithriel, colors of the rainbow. Oh,
Imelda, thank you.
Nice. I love that. That's amazing. But I do feel like they're coming in, and that's a dimension, and I feel like they're programmers almost, the entities that come from this dimension. And they come in and they know what you need, like
but
what your high heart needs.
Because Kelly does programming. She writes code.
Yeah. And so does Diana. Yeah.
He's so giant.
Yeah. And that's the when you change the light, the different colors and the crystalline energy in someone's heart. I mean, when they're ready for it, that programming is like a healing. Yeah. And it's a lift-off. Yeah. Everybody's talking about angel of self-love and self-development. Googled it. Oh, thank you, Imelda.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I love that.
And I think that there too, a lot of us are messengers too, just spreading what the wisdom and the know-how that we know. And I think a lot of us would fall into that category, whether we're doing it through our videos or just through a post, um or intuitive, when we're getting messages from our angels and guides and source, we're messages, we're spreading, or just even channeling, when all of a sudden we get a hit on something, then we share it, and we share the message, and sharing it on social media, whether it's anything, any positive reinforcement. But yeah, and typically they're artists, channelers, intuitives, um and it could be just a light worker, just spreading messages, the
I didn't know
messenger
Medici
worker.
talk to the earth. Holy cow. Thank you. Thank you. I wonder, when you were saying all those things, I thought, I bet a lot of people don't. Now we're going to begin to notice that, oh, I channeled that. Oh, that was a medium moment. And we need to start making a note of those moments. And I have tablets. I bought a giant pack of tablets. So I have them for different purposes. The ones that I'm thankful for, ideas that I might have, or poetry, or things I need to do. But I think if we start making that, maybe notes in your phone or something, people, to say, I had a medium moment today at 12:11. Very happy for that. Because if we have an attitude of gratitude,
Yes,
it will keep coming.
So
It will start
important.
building that bridge to recognize, oh yeah, okay, that was a medium that I channeled. Okay, and if we make a note of that, we'll build that bridge, back to our heart, that kind of thing.
Yes, that's so important. I think the gratitude aspect of it, when we get a message, or something comes in, or we share something that all of a sudden we don't know even where that came from, but we just felt called to share it, to tell the universe thank you, for that gift. And then we're just blessed with more of them. Yeah, so important.
So
Yes,
true.
thank you.
I started talking to plants, like walking, going, oh, thank you, little ones, for making this so beautiful. These flowers, thank you so much. And if you do that real soft, they are so happy to be thanked.
Yes.
To be acknowledged that they're working. Some people use pesticide in their yard, some don't. And you can feel the difference in the energy when you walk by it. So I've started giving them cherry cup drops and pennies. And they love little presents. They just love little presents. And they don't have to be expensive, and you could just leave little presents and start talking to them, everyone, start thanking them, and you'll start feeling how you're related to the earth, because the earth is going to be, before your gifts come in, your earth is going to hold you first. Earth is going to tell you to ground. Earth is going to hold up your boundaries with you. And then your gifts can come in. It's a nice, safe place for them to come in too. So I would say, let's do that.
I love that. And that could be a whole nother show on just the benefits of just plants and trees, and how they benefit us, health wise and emotional wise and physically, and spiritually.
They are doorways. Yeah. They hold ourselves together sometimes, I swear, when we're going through these kind of changes.
Yeah.
We need something constant like that, like water, like trees. They're like stones that can help us so we don't blow apart. Because there are moments, aren't there moments when you're like, I don't know if I can take this for this. Because if you really get aware of what you're doing, you're like, oh my God.
Yeah. There's that witnessing awareness, I think.
I am really into that.
When you see a plant, or you see a drop of water or whatever, it's really huge. Have you ever done like a day of silence, or like the 10 days of silence?
No.
Vipassana. It's
I bet Paul will be down with that.
Yeah. It is a really interesting thing because you are, I mean, that's one of your big things, right? Talking, how we communicate,
Mhm.
and to take that away, and to also take away like all media and things like that when you're doing a
Ugh.
vipassana, and then all of a sudden you communicate differently because you communicate really with everything, right? With your thoughts, you communicate with your spirit, you communicate. But that's when I really noticed getting that silent part, that
Mm.
seeing a plant and really
Oh
feeling
yeah.
it. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
remember one day I was at a park and I was by myself and I was communing with the land and I was thinking, oh, I want to be this part of the earth forever. I want to be this part of the earth on purpose, breathing, living, doing what I'm made to do. And I looked over and there were crows and birds and they're like, we do this all the time. All of us, all the animals and plants and trees, all the birds. They're all serving their purpose all the time. We're the only ones going around going, what am I here to do?
Right.
Everything else here knows what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Nancy Jean was talking about that last month, and about how everything has consciousness. And we talk about being vegetarian or vegan or whatever. And she goes, that plant has as much consciousness as that cow does, perhaps, or that
That's what
lamb.
my friend Ron used to always say. He used to really
Yeah.
irritate vegetarians. He'd be like,
Yeah.
you're doing murdering your cow, right? Yeah. I've
Yeah.
been actually, this has happened to you too. I've been on YouTube less. The last few weeks, I've needed more downtime.
Yeah.
I've needed more time walking. I'm up to walking like 5 miles a day. And I need that meditation time. I need that time to connect with Earth and to just be with her. I need that more than anything. Even when I'm hurting and don't feel good, I need that. Are you guys feeling a draw, like a little bit more inward, a little bit more?
Yeah.
Are we like reassessment almost? Yeah.
Yeah.
Completely. Completely. Yeah. Definitely a reassessment, looking at things with curiosity, looking at things a little bit differently, and doubting sometimes,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
and that's good, that doubt, because you can turn that around and start to question things, right? But
And become curious about
yeah,
what I do.
I
What
feel
might
like
be
your
better?
walk oh, sorry.
No, please. Sorry.
I feel like your walkabouts are like such a planned thing at this time in your life, Annie Bear.
Yeah. Oh,
I
I
feel
love
like
them.
it's your journey right now, and that's your Vipassana, kind of, you know?
What?
That's that silent time, like that, instead of a 7 days
Oh,
of silence,
oh,
that's
yes.
your time to,
Mhm.
There are
um
moments when I feel like I could walk forever. There's
yeah,
this space I get to. I could just walk forever, just
yeah,
to be with Mother and the plants and be a part of her story. There's such peace there. I love it.
yeah,
Everybody go for a walk. Try
Yeah.
it really, really, really. See if you find that too. It's really peaceful.
yeah,
A lot of healing comes in, a lot of deepness comes in that I can't find anywhere else. But it's so gentle. It's handled so well. Like when BC and George, they were there last night. They came in. They love us that much. Holy cow. It's
yeah,
Beautiful.
it
yeah.
is
George
beautiful.
was talking to me, with
Yeah?
his pendulum, this morning, and saying that he was there and he was over us and
Yeah.
helping with everything. And then when the angels come in, the energy shifts and it's more like a dance. And just like this, he was showing it to me. And it was just so beautiful. But
Oh,
um,
I love that.
yeah,
Well,
it
I
was,
definitely want to come to the next one, and I'm determined at this time not going to just cry the whole time. We'll see.
you do you, honey. That's
Yeah, yeah.
okay. That's okay. Well, we're just a little bit over an hour. Did you have
Oh,
anything else you guys wanted to say or talk about? Because I love this conversation. It's been
I'm enjoying
amazing.
it. What did we forget, Kelly? We forgot something, didn't we?
No, I just have, little other things, written down, but I mean, I think
Yeah.
we all kind of know that, like some people come here just to rescue animals
Yeah.
and and stuff like that. But I think some of us are teachers and sometimes, yeah, some of us are leaders, but all of this we kind of know. I just kind of hit on the rest. I think we hit on a lot of it, and I'm so deeply, deeply honored to be here and have this space and time with you guys.
Me
I
too.
really and the chatters.
Ah,
We couldn't do it without you.
Oh,
Yeah.
love you, love you, love you. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you
Beautiful.
very much.
Oh, honey,
Love you.
we love you too.
Okay.
All right, everybody.
Thank
Well,
you.
yeah, thank you everybody for being here and moderators.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of stuff for all of us to do. So walk.
Yeah, we're busy.
Yeah.
We're busy.
Lots of love, everybody. Namaste.
Bye-bye, everybody.